of the flip X1, and of course I just went to the H4. So waiting for the H4 to actually open, and while waiting for it, maybe just go to the H1. Since the H4 seems not to be opening for a purpose or for a reason best known to it. So since H1 has opened, let me still go back to the H4. Let's see if it's open now. Alright. I really don't know why the H4 seems not to be coming up. The H4 chart seems not to be coming up. So let's still go back to the H1. So let's use H1 for today. And of course, as usual, I see the same thing, just marking the structures. I'm sure you know what I mean by the structure right now. The recent levels. So here is where we'll be marking the recent high. Okay. Then the low. Now, we are now in this zone. So since the market seems to be making a series of lower highs and lower lows, to actually just go below it, starting from here, came down here, and I was not able to break above this, stops here, go below that, was not able to break above the stops here, go below it, was able to break stops here. Now, but it was not able to break above this. I can now see it trying to continue this level, but not still able. God said still rejected it, broke above it for the first time, then still went below it. This not only that there's total indecisiveness. Both the bulls and the bears are actually trying to win this market on this zone. So what you're waiting for is either a break below this to confirm that the bears have now finally broken, because for them to break below them, they have to break this. For them to be able to break these three, so for us to go short, if you're looking out for a movement below this, a retracement for us to go short on flip X1. And of course, on the bullish aspect of it, what to be expecting is something similar. On the opposite, is going to be a break above this, retesting it or retracement, then we think of going long on that. So that's what I'm looking up for on flip X1. That's to go to the next one, which is going to be the pain. And then we're using 400 for that. Okay, it's been 400, so still going to H4. Let's just be hopeful that it opens. I really don't know why the H4 chart seems not to be opening since morning. You can see it again. It's not also opening on the PainX4. So H4 is not still opening. So still going back to H1. Or let's use two others preferably. It's already actually very similar to that of what's it called H4, because we can already see the levels where this is our recent high. Then the low we are looking at is this. Now you can see the market has already moved far above our low. So that means what we want to see, since already moving on the bullish, breaking previous highs and forming new ones. So that means what we want to do, and it's very close to our next high. What you're just expecting is just for it to continue moving the way it's actually moving, but then really go long once it breaks above this. Have a retracement, therefore we can go long at this level. So that means this is what we actually be looking at for today, going long on it. Only when they have a on this, then stop that they're going to be below that rejection or that retracement into that zone where it's not able to go below it. Then that's where we're going to put that target, and minimum of 1:2 is going to be our risk to reward ratio. So that's for paying 400, and of course going to the next one. Remember, after pay, what you get? You gain. So we're still going to be using gain 400. Remember, we have 7 of them. Just in case you're not good, you're not okay with the one I'm analyzing, you can choose to analyze another one. In case you have the broker, the link is already in the description for you to actually open an account with them. And believe me, there's a lot of benefits connected to actually well trade. Aside the fact that you have synthetic, you can also trade your normal forex market in pound, dollar, the BTC, a lot. And their minimum deposit just $5, and I can open an account with as low as 50 cents. Definitely, that is what's going to convince you. No need of trying to say a lot of things. So that's it. Let's move straight into today's analysis, which already started. So here is the recent high, then here is the low. Now here is the zone where we are currently moving. Remember, this is the H4. It's finally open for gain. So since we are already on this zone, so let's see when we are going to break out of it. If you happen to break out of this positively, then that means you'll be going long. Then if you break out of it on the negative aspect of it, I will only wait for a short trade only when this is taken out. That means only when this level is taken out, the only time I'm waiting for short trade. be on the long trade, I can actually scalp. I'll be scalping it for the next zone, which is going to be that level. That means they can get something moving above the closing above this. I wait for a manual replacement that I scalp it to this level. And if I can get a break above this, then I go on my swing trade or my day trade on this aspect again. But for short trades, I'm only looking for short trades only if this level is taken out. That's the only time I'll be looking for short trade. I'm not looking for short trade in this zone right here. So that's that for gain 400. So go to the next one, which is the break 600. Alright, so here is book 600. I think let me still go to the H2 as maybe the H4 doesn't want to open. Okay, so let me see if it's open now. I don't know what's going on with the fund 4 hour charts. You can see it's not still opening, so we are still going to be using the what's it called? The 2 hour charts. Alright, so here is both 600 and of course here is the 2 hour chart. So it's actually still very similar, just like I said earlier. We're just marking the structures, the high, then the low. Then remember, this is already on a bearish axis of it. So if you're looking forward to actually go short, if this level is taken, and this is the most profitable entry for us. You can get a movement below this, then wait for a retracement. Then we can go short on this. This will be the best entry. But on the scalping aspect, if you happen to break above this, you can just scalp this for minimum of maybe 1:2, then out of the market. Remember, any break above this is for scalping, but this is the major entry, being that this market has already been on the bearish for day traders. So that means we are likely to continue on this level. So if you want to see, if we see a break below this, wait for a retracement, then we go short on break 600. That's the level to the next one, which is going to be the FX volume. I'm using 20 for that. Wow, I don't think there's much for us to do. This is already the 2 hours. So just to wait for return, retracement, wait for continuation. That just also going to the end time frame is going to be 15 minutes to see if we can see retracement or what's it called, change of scenario back to the bullish. This is already bullish. We're not looking for any short trade. We're just looking for bullish trades. 15 minutes. 15 minutes is going to open. So then let's look at the 30 minutes. Yes, 30 minutes actually open. So that means since we're already retracing, let's see, we are only going to be looking for trades if they can see continuation signs. So otherwise, we just stay out of FX volume for today. If not any continuation, stay out of it. Don't think of shorting it. Please, if you don't see any signs of continuation, stay out of FX volume for today. You can take other trades. That said, this is going to bring us to the end of analysis. And of course, today, with what trade? Remember, just like Polly said, is stay safe, trade safe, and always ensure you don't risk more than you can afford to lose. And if you use my link to register, remember if you want to copy any of the trades from using that link, try to adjust the lot size to the lot size that actually suits your account. That said, stay safe once again, and please don't risk more than you can afford to lose. No matter how perfect the chart is, it can still go against your analysis.